I will gonna share the book of Atomic Habit written by James Clear. Book from one of my favorite YouTube channel, MK Show, and after reading them all, I really got impressed by the lessons through various examples the book gave to me. In this book, there was the saying from the psychologist Carl Jung, until you make the unconscious conscious, you will direct your life and you will call it fate. One of my bad habits is that I stay within my comfort zone, meaning that I am not enjoying the new technology, new trends, but prefers the existing ways of life. In case I have to make a report, I get really so stressful because I am a bit poor at PowerPoint format, sophisticated layout, professional fonts, which can make my report more qualitative. I stayed to use the basic tactics and didn't develop the skills further. I didn't do my best to qualify the format of documentations. Secondly, I am poor at double checks on the typos, diagrams, layouts. My wish to finish this report is always too strong. I just wanted to finish the report, and my craving to click to send them away is always too strong. After sending them, of course, you can imagine I can find my many typos, regretting myself that I could do it better. I agree that these tiny habits accumulate inside me and those become myself. So, I want to throw these bad habits away, and I hope to be a person who is very professional, who can make a qualitative documentations. In this book, the author advises that you have to set your identity as the one you want to become. For example, just to say that I am a consultant, not kind of that I want to be the person who can write PowerPoint so well like a consultant. It means that you should identify yourself with the one that you dream about. Thus, I start to say that I am perfect in documentations and I work as a professional career woman wherever I am. So, as a first step, I decided to make a very tiny habit. Before sending emails or before finishing the documentations, double check the materials minimum 3 times, such as typo, layouts, and etc. I believe that this can make a professional business person. And I decided to study Microsoft skills even 10 minutes per every day. Thus, I become more accessible to office tools. The author says that if I excel in one area, and I will make it as my pride, so I will try to make it more attractive. Thus, I decided to study them after waking myself up on 6 o'clock. Another bad habit is that I am poor at finishing something completely. For example, after I completely fold the laundries, it may be completely done when I put the folded laundries to the shelf. But I very often leave them in the floor where I folded them. Similarly, I have saved 19 articles in my blog that had not been completed while I was writing them. And also, whenever I read books, I read 4 to 5 books at the same time, not after finishing one book and read another. It prevents me to feel the tiny happiness and confidence which comes after I win and clear the small missions. And those undone stops have tightened me up and hold me to go next step. Because of it's due to perfectionism or just a lazy procrastination. In any way, I think my productivities are very poor in terms of quality and quantities as well. I am not very satisfied with myself. This kind of habit also prevents me to start a new challenge. I mean a next step. Upholding myself tightened in the pending books works, and exercise, thinking it over and over. Most of works which are left undone condition made me so stressful, and I need to take the another step. Thus, I started this YouTube. I want to complete my book reading by summarizing a YouTube video. It's like marking a dot, putting a period. I again think the words of Carl Jung, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. When I smile, I hide my lips. When I sit on the table, I get crouched. Whenever I should make a decision, I do procrastinate. I prefer to stay at my comfort zone. I don't double check. Those kinds of bad habits that I have unconsciously. I was so lucky to have the chance to reflect my unconscious bad habits, which might lead and direct my life into a bad way, and in my later life, I would call it as a fate. I really appreciate this book in that sense. To get rid of them in my life, I will develop a system of atomic habits in my daily routine, such as quick yoga, sitting on the table consciously on my posture, learning new technology one per day, and do double check for everything. Those small habits will make a 1% better me, and I am confident that this will lead to me a life that I want. You guys are trying to find the bad unconscious habits and then try to fix them in a good direction with me.